What's going on, folks? Today we're racing in the Manufacturers Cup round 2, and I missed round 1 because one of my best friends was in town visiting, so I decided to skip round 1 and we're going to jump right into round 2. Now, round 2 is taking place in Brazil, aka the racetrack is the Autódromo of Interlagos, and that is a racetrack located in Brazil in real life and in the game actually. Um, but it's it's a little old school. It has like history in motorsport. It dates hosts Formula One races since 1973. And I know this track is a particularly tricky one as it has a few straights and a lot of complex corners, such as like the Senna S or the Juraçao, corner. And there's also some elevation changes, but all in all, I haven't really driven this track too much, so I'm really not sure what to expect from this race. Uh, and for the Manufacturers Cup car, I selected Ford as manufacturer because I really wanted to drive something that I'm kind of interested in real life, like the Mustang. And I thought Porsche, because Porsche is like one of my favorite car brands, but I really wanted something different and something that, I'm kind of sort of car shopping, not really, but for next year I will actually. So the Ford Mustang is appealing, and the Ford GT is like something crazy. I do know that the strength of the Mustang, it being a high horsepower, is gonna get nerfed due to the balance of power, and that's really it's like biggest strength, and we're losing that. So I'm pretty sure we're not gonna fare too well here. But hey, I'm in the GT3 class. At this point, it's not really about the car; it's really about the driver. And as you guys know, I'm not the best driver, but we out here. Anyway, so I'm trying to see if I can work the Mustang the best as I can. But I really like the sound of the V8 of the Coyote, so I'm really excited to drive this race. But we're just gonna jump into it. Thanks for watching. All right, guys. So we got the start of the race now. We qualified in 12. That's our starting position. So thankfully we did well with that. Unfortunately, wasn't able to capture the qualifying lap, but off we go in the first turn. The Senna S. I feel like I'm in the Mustang, as said previously. As you see here, I'm trying my best to, keep in line with the team, and not go off the rip. And thankfully, I stayed on track. I didn't go anywhere. And I'm staying with the crew. Right now, I'm in 14th place, feeling good. I'm like, okay, I'm with the pack. Everybody can't lose me. I'm Gucci. And then there's some contact here. I'm like, oh boy, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out a little bit too much, and I'm off the track. So that really set some sort of pace here, and it really threw me off and put me into last place. But with that said, I'm in the race still. So as we see here, where I'm right behind the Mazda, trying my best to slipstream him, trying to figure out what's the best way. And he has his hazards on for some reason, and I was able to overtake him nice and swiftly. And I'm just keeping track of the check. I'm like, okay, let me just make sure I stay calm. I'm in the race. I'm not last place. Let's see what's cooking. And here I am. I'm just rolling through it, trying to do my best to catch up with the rest of the people. Trying to use the entire track unsuccessfully, but we're still hanging in there. As we see here, all the other cars going through that turn. I'm still working my way to catch up. The Mustang is definitely heavier than I expected. This is and it's nothing compared to like the road car, but still, this is quite the thing to tame. No pun intended. This Mustang is just something that I'm like, okay, the straights is good, and honestly, if it wasn't for the horsepower decrease, perhaps it would have a better chance. Regardless, GT4 racing is not the pinnacle for this. Anyway, so I'm just driving here, lap number 2. Just trying to catch up here. So we're gonna find out at what point do we catch up. So on lap number 5, I'm finally able to catch up to somebody, and I see a nice green Aston Martin. So what we're just trying to figure out, okay, I'm just gonna stay calm, as I keep saying, stay calm and just make sure I am able to stay on the track, stay on the track, stay on the track. You know, Aston Martin had a little slip there, which like, okay, that's my opportunity to just go right behind them and try to find a good spot to perform an overtake. That is something I am definitely working on, as overtaking is not my strong suit, as I do not have the opportunity to do that so often. However, now we're here, my overtaking, as we go into lap number 6. We're side to side. And lap number, let's see, yep, here comes a straight. And we see an Aventador up ahead named Ocho, like Ocho Cinco. So that's a vibe. So right here, we're finally back in the race. And, you know, Aston Martin bumps me, but then he bumps, you know, karma is a female dog, as Jojo Siwa said. So we finally overtake him. Now we're going after the Aventador. I'm feeling like $1 million right now. We're going Mustang on your screen, vibing. You hear the sounds of the V8. It's amazing. It's swagging. You can't really. Oh! And he pushes me up. What is going on here, fellas? But regardless, it's all good. We're out here figuring it out. No problem. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. So right now the SMR got me up ahead, but he got a penalty for bumping into me. And I think right now we're just working our way through the race. At some point he will have to slow down, so let's just fast forward to that. Okay, so the Aston Martin should be serving their penalty very soon here, as you see in the yellow bar closing down. It says slowing down. Yep, Polish Prince, you're about to go back to Poland, even though you have an American flag. Bye-bye. So now we finally get past the Aston Martin. And I don't think we see him for the rest of the race. This is already halfway through the race. We're out here vibing out. You know, we have actually not so bad. Well, it's not super consistent laps, but it's honestly, this is one of my best laps. Like, so this is probably my best race I've ever raced in Gran Turismo ever, actually. So now with 11th place, lap number 7. Let's see what's happening afterwards. Right now, I think the race just stays like this. And moving forward, and for the final battle of the race, it's me against the McLaren. He's right on my tail. I honestly didn't realize how close he was behind me. Because I raced in PSVR 2, and you don't have the relative timing. So that's definitely one of the detriments of playing in VR. Although I love the immersion of it. But the McLaren is right on my tail, and he gets next to me. So I'm just trying to keep calm and shive on, because I do not do well with people are next to me, especially in like much faster cars. He just takes the inside on this turn. I take the inside on the next turn, but he aggressively just cuts me, and that will do it for the last overtake in the final lap. He puts me in 9th place. I try to make a last-ditch attempt, but I should have just taken the inside instead of being right behind him. I think that was my failure at the end of the race. And here in the last straight, as you see, the McLaren will win that, and I will get 9th place. So not too shabby, not last place in a Mustang. So I actually will take that. And with that said, it was a great race. I actually had a great time on this track. I really like this track, actually. So we'll see what's next time. I did well in compared to my history of races. I'm excited for round 2, and I think next race will be the GR race, the Toyota Cup. Alrighty, peace out.